Hey guys, Landau coming back at you with another type of video. So I've recently gotten to Nerf and other foam blasters as a new hobby. I've gotten pretty hard into it. I came across a Facebook marketplace listing. Some guy's kids threw all of his guns out of his closet. He just wanted to get rid of them real quick, and I snagged them for $15. So there was 10 of them, but the highlights, the features, were the Nerf Hyperfire, the Adventure Force or Dark Zone Villainator, and then the X-Shot Turbo Advance. I think that's what it's called. So those three right there, $15, and then 7 other blasters, 2 of which are mega. I've already done the firing test, but I'm doing this as a little bit of an intro since I didn't really think about it at first, if this even gets uploaded, yeah. But so let's get into the footage, do some firing tests just to see how they all turn out. Again, these were all secondhand purchased on Facebook Marketplace for $15. So depending on how they work, I think it was still well worth the money. So let's check it out. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and redo this one while I have a little bit more daylight left. The first time I did it was to record a slow-mo, and I didn't talk much about it, so not like you need much of an introduction. I'm sure most people are familiar with the Nerf Hyperfire at this point. The flywheel blaster, fully automatic. It's fed by a belt on top that launches it into the 2 flywheels in the front. Takes 4 D-cell batteries. Rate of fire is really fast. Range is a little bit short though, but I mean, for how fast it is and fun it is to shoot, it's kind of cool. Okay, got them all through. And up we go. Alright, and I'd say all those grouped in about a 40 to 45 foot range. So again, nothing spectacular. I also don't have the best batteries in these. They're batteries from Best Buy, Insignia batteries. So they're not the best batteries, but again, being a marketplace find, I wanted to make sure this actually worked before even getting better batteries and thinking about like overvolting it or something. So just the fact that it works just as intended, very happy with it. Shorter range, but it's fun to shoot. So the Hyperfire didn't shoot too far, but I wasn't expecting it to. I've seen plenty of videos on it beforehand, so I knew what to expect. Ultimately, it was still super fun to shoot how fast they went in the same area, so that was good. But now I have the Villainator from Dark Zone, and I could definitely tell by how tight some of them fit, how loose some of them fit, that this is a really mixed bag of newer and older darts, but this one has had plenty of good reviews, so let's see how this one does. Again, really a mix of old and new darts, so I'm expecting there to be some kind of variance. Lined up. One. Oh yeah, that easily went 50. Oh my lord. Yeah, these are easily going 50, and that's almost flat. See what happens with angle. Ooh. Very nice. I'm loving this thing. I'm so happy. I still got more to go. that one was a crap fire. 2 more. Alright, so far Hyperfire, shorter distance, high rate of speed, really fun to fire. Villainator, lower rate of speed, much further distance, so both really great in their own right. Now I have the X-Shot, I believe it's called the Turbo Advanced, and I've got a little bit different this time. I have 8 darts on the outer ring, 8 darts on the inner ring, so halfway through I'll switch it over. I can't imagine there would be a difference because it's the same plunger tube, just rotated, but just for shits and giggles. So let's go. Not bad. Okay. Okay, so it's getting almost the same distance as the Villainator. It's hitting around that 50 mark every time. Whoop. That was a bit of misfire on my part. But okay, now it's switching to the inner ring. Make sure that lines up, okay? What happened here? All clear? Okay. So I can tell I didn't do any angle shots. I didn't think about that. Oh well. But honestly, very similar performance to the Villainator. With the exception of that little dud right there. But I can tell you why that happened. I kind of forgot this doesn't have slam fire. And that's what I try to do. And so I caught myself in a goof. So that's no fault on the blaster's part. Every other single shot reached about that 50-foot mark. If I had angled it, of course, it would have went further. So definitely right up there with the Villainator in terms of performance. The only pro of the Villainator, of course, is that you don't have to switch the plunger tube positioning. And it's a lot more of a freely rotating cylinder, so if it's not lined up properly, you can just kind of click it into place a lot easier. And then slam fire. So Villainator has slam fire, Turbo Advanced does not. But where it counts in performance, I would say this is just as good. Villainator slightly pulls ahead, of course, but definitely not a bad showing on X-Shot's part. And of course I was using the waffle tip darts, not the included Zuru X-Shot darts. So the X-Shot darts could have performed even better. I think I'm kind of in that minority group where I actually really like X-Shot's darts. I think they're the perfect in-between of the Elite darts and the waffle darts in terms of range and accuracy. So no, they're not the most accurate. No, they're not the most furthest flying, but they're definitely somewhere in between. So you could still get a better distance than waffle tip darts, still get a little better precision than an Elite dart. So again, definitely happy with this one. And now I got a couple other little random ones to test. I'm not sure if I'll record it or not, but we'll see. Okay, now we have the Nerf Mega Double Breach. Definitely on the lower end spectrum of how much people like this in the Mega series. Of course, the reasoning for that is instead of any kind of front loading or maybe a brake action, you've got a breach, which you can only access once it's primed. And you take your 2 darts, you slide them on in there, and you close it shut. Now, I've already fired this a lot inside, and yeah, I know 2 shots and having to get back in that breach, not the best design idea, but I've had some fun with this so far. And see how far they go. Well, we have had a significant curvature on the second shot, but I think those both went over 50 feet. So, I mean, nothing to gawk at or frown at, whatever. I'm going to go collect those though, since I only have 2 mega darts out. I'll go ahead and give it a second try. Alright, so 100% confirmed that they both went over 50 feet, just a little bit more, maybe 52, 53. They honestly kind of landed the same exact distance, just a little bit to the left and to the right. So let's just give it a second shot. One, holy, and only 2. And again, definitely both over 50 feet. Now I'm going to say the curvature, definitely on part of the Mega Darts part, but at the same time, those are the same 2 Mega Darts I've been using for like the past few weeks now. I do have a pack. I just took the one out, so they're both plenty worn. But like I said, still going over 50 feet for sure. I can see the mark. So again, not the best design decision in terms of loading, but in terms of performance and aesthetic design, I like it. Okay, so second in the mega line that I have, we have the Bulldog. Bulldog, correct. Now this one is, again, kind of on the lower end of the spectrum of the ones people like out of the Mega series. So this one, its little gimmick is you can actually pull that out and it transforms, and then you can press that button in there right there, put it back into place. Now of course it does take 3 Mega Darts. Again, I only have 2. And originally these came with the AccuStrike Megas. All I got are the regular Megas, so oh well. Let's see how this one do. Some cars fast, so I'm gonna play Psycho. Okay. Well past the 50-foot mark. Right about 45 foot. So again, since I only have 2 darts, we'll go ahead and give that one another shot. But that first one, that flew about a good 65 foot. So, okay, round number 2 with the Bulldog. This time, I don't know if it was the darts that were the problem or the AR system, but this time I'll be shooting the red one first, the blue one second. I still feel like it was just fine. It was just with the force, the way it curved into the ground. It's just how the shot ended up. But let's see if there's any consistency to that, or if it's just going to be rain. So again, first one went very far. Okay. So very consistent in that, well, in terms of 2 shots, but or 2 rounds of shots. But yeah, again, the first one went about a good 60 or so feet. And then the second one plummeted about 50, 55 feet. Just be nice, let's call it 55. So, again, not a bad blaster. And curious what the third one would have went, but not too worried about it. Alright. And last but not least, we have the Buzzbee Exact Strike. So this is my first Buzzbee blaster now. And as you can see, it takes 2 darts, switches back and forth. So the last one you fired was the top one, the next one it's going to fire is the bottom one. It's not a smart AR system, it just switches back and forth. But shooting it inside seemed to have a good bit of power, so let's see how it does on the range. So nothing crazy. I would give that about 40 feet, maybe a little bit more because it's just a few feet shy of the 50 foot mark, but I mean, it's not bad. It was my first Busby braided blaster. Even got the cute little logo on it, so I'm not mad about it. So that's gonna wrap this one up for now, and then I'll just get to my final thoughts. Okay guys, so final thoughts here. Everything worked just fine, so that was the plus. Again, Hyperfire Elite shot about 40 to 45 feet. Fires really fast, so it's super fun. Works as intended. All of them work as intended. Villainator, again, a lot better range, 50 plus feet. Only had 2 under 50 feet, and again, I was using a lot of used darts, so that's probably what that was. The X-Shot Turbo Advance was not far behind the Villainator, just the lack of being able to adjust the cylinder properly while it's installed, lack of slam fire, otherwise, and having to switch the cylinder around, or the plunger tube, rather. It's in actual performance, it's still pretty close to the Villainator, so I was very happy with that. The 2 Mega Blasters, of course, again, the Dual Breach and the Bulldog, not the most popular Mega Blasters, but Dual Breach I like just fine, despite the loading time and design flaws. Again, aesthetics, I really like the aesthetic design. And again, performance worked just fine. Just, I'm not sure about that breech loading system. The Mega Bulldog, first dart shot well past 50 feet, like around 60 feet. Then the second one, 45, so I imagine the third one would have been even lower. And of course you got the little Busby Exact Strike, which went about 40, 45. I just kind of like the feel of it and how it looks at the same time. Might paint it one day once I get into that. But yeah, again, overall, just very happy. And these were only 6 of the blasters that I got. The other 4 are just kind of smaller. I just didn't feel like bringing them out. But, I mean, come on, 15 bucks. Can't beat that. I mean, 15 bucks just for one of these is a, good price. So, very happy with the results. And maybe I'll be making some more videos soon if I even post this one. I don't know where my channel's going at this point, but thanks for watching if you do. If you'd like to see more Nerf and Foam Blaster content, let me know. I've got about 20 of them now, and that will be growing come Christmas time. So leave a like, let me know what you feel, how you feel about these blasters. If you think $15 was a good deal or not, drop it down in the comments. Till next time, Landau out.